Let's now show you the caste-wise breakup of Rajasthan. And this again is very interesting because communities, castes voting very differently from each other. So we'll start with the Dalits. There are 18% Dalits in the state of Rajasthan. 57% of them said they voted for the Congress. Only 26% voting for the BJP. Amongst the tribals, and the BJP made a big tribal outreach in Rajasthan. 15% of the total population is tribals. 51% of the voters said they voted for the Congress. 29% said they voted for the BJP. Amongst the Dalits and amongst the tribals, the Congress doing extremely well. Amongst the Muslims, there are 9% Muslim voters in Rajasthan. 83% of them voted for the Congress. If these were the only three communities voting, the Congress was home. However, let's now go beyond that because there are 20% general category voters. Amongst them, 62% voted for the BJP. 62% versus 22% voting for the Congress. Can we move on, please? I want to show you what the Jats said. There are 10% Jats in Rajasthan. Out of them, 42% said they voted for the BJP. 36% said they voted for the Congress. Amongst the Gujars, 43% voting for the BJP, 39% voting for the Congress. Amongst the OBCs, 55% voting for the BJP, 29% voting for the Congress. That 21% OBC voters. That, Gupta ji, was bada mushkil kaam hai aapka. When voting patterns are so divided, you know, it's not a trend election where everybody is voting one way, and if everything's flowing one way, it's much easier to count your beans. In this election, Gupta ji, your neck is on the chopping block.
Yeah, definitely yes, Rahul, because here there are three blocks to be precise. One is that SC, STs, Muslims, which contributes 42% of the population. The other blocks is Rajput, Brahman and OBCs, which again contributes about 42%. But what is most important here is the Gurjar and Jat votes, which is roughly 14%. So bulk lion's share is of the ST, SC and Muslim goes to the Congress, and the lion's share of OBCs, Brahman and General and Rajput goes to the BJP. But if you see that in Gurjar and Jat, though BJP is scoring little more than Congress, but the kind of consolidation done in rural areas by the Congress, I think Congress seems to be little ahead than the BJP. And when vote share comes, BJP always winning with big margins in urban areas. Last time, both the parties secured 39% each. But see the difference in seats, 72 to BJP and 100 to Congress. This is the difference. This is what the story of Rajasthan, which is so difficult geographically also.
You know, I think there was a sense that the youth voter had deserted the BJP. There were huge paper leak scandals that have angered the youth. This is a state with a high level of joblessness. And at some stage, you're going to have to look at the youth voter. You know, the 18 to 25 voter is just as important over time as is the woman voter. Woman voter, of course, much larger in size. But in Rajasthan, you will find that the younger voter is the one whom the BJP was able to attract. But it's the woman voter. Look at Gehlot, 44 to 40. The schemes directed at women. You see, when you have a generic scheme, it may not have the same importance. But with Chiranjeevi, which was the buzzword, Chiranjeevi is the one scheme, the health insurance scheme, which in every village at least has become a talking point. People know about it. I think one of the successes of Ashok Gehlot is in the last year was able to communicate, I can give you 25 lakh insurance for any operation you do. Now, who is the major beneficiary of it? Men and women. But women remember it more. You see, if you contribute to health education, that's a lesson that's coming out. Women will remember you. And I think if Ashok Gehlot is able to pull off and beat this Rivaz of Rajasthan of 5 years, it's because his delivery schemes have been aimed at the more vulnerable sections. Pradeep's numbers clearly show rural Rajasthan is where the election is won or lost. If Ashok Gehlot is able to maintain this lead in large parts of rural Rajasthan, he's got a real chance. And this at a time when you would have thought, again, like Chhattisgarh, where you thought Baghel is through. 6 months ago, you were writing off Gehlot. You thought Gehlot is over. Pilot has rebelled against him. The Gujars have left him. The BJP is going to come naturally back to par as part of the 5-year cycle. Guess what? Ashok Gehlot is fighting back. So this is one of the stories within a story that if these numbers are right, then Ashok Gehlot cannot be written off, and he's transformed himself at the age of 72 into a potential vote catcher out.
The first 4 regions of Rajasthan, we now have the data for. So I'll take you through the data for the first 4 regions of Rajasthan. So I'll start with Bikaner, Jaisalmer. There are 20 seats here, 19 of them went to the polls. Bikaner, Ganganagar, Hanumangarh and Jaisalmer. Here are the forecasts of Access My India and India Today for the belt of Bikaner, Jaisalmer. The Congress expected to bag 11 seats here, the BJP 6. So the Congress in the first region, yes, you can pull out your papers or your pens and you can take your own maths if you want to get to us before we actually put out the numbers. You can do that too. But 11 versus 6 in Jaisalmer, Bikaner, the Congress having the edge. Let's now come to Shekhawati. 21 seats here, Churu, Jhunjhunu and Sikar. In the region of Shekhawati, let me show you the numbers for the region. Here, the Congress again has the edge. 12 seats for the Congress, 7 for the BJP, a 3% gap in terms of vote share, 42 plays 39. The Congress winning 2 regions. So the Congress off to a good start. If this was cricket, the Congress off to a good start in the region-wise breakup of Rajasthan.
And this is a particularly important region. This is the Jat belt. You see, traditionally, you win elections in Rajasthan if you win Mewar. That's the buzz in Rajasthan. Jo jeetta hai Mewar, wo chunav jeetta hai. But you have to win, in my view, Shekhawati and Eastern Rajasthan. For the BJP to win Rajasthan, they've got to turn around Shekhawati and Rajasthan.
Shekhawati history has been, they will go where the state goes.
And what is interesting here is my friend Hanuman Beniwal seems down and out.
Hanuman Beniwal actually is not very influential in Shekhawati. He's more influential in the Nagaur area.
No, they've included the seats here. I think they've included the district here. Therefore, I sense that he hasn't done as well as perhaps he would have hoped to do.
But if you look at it, look at Hanuman Beniwal's party. The RLP, 23 seats were 2018, where it came 3rd in number. But if you look at it harmed the BJP more. 17 of those seats where it ate into the BJP share. So even if the Jat vote is getting eaten up, it's at the cost of the BJP by the RLP.
Let's come now to Ahirwal. This is the 3rd region of Rajasthan. The first 2 going to the Congress. The 3rd one, let's see what's happening in Ahirwal. This is Alwar, Bharatpur, Dholpur, which is where Vasundhara Raje Scindia comes from. So 11 seats in Alwar. 7 in Bharatpur, 4 in Dholpur. In that, a very tight fight. 9 leads for the BJP, 10 for the Congress. So it's a 1% gap in vote share. 39 is playing 40, and only a 1% gap in seat share. One seat gap between the BJP and the Congress, 10 versus 9. From there, let's come to Mewar, which is Banswara, Bhilwara, Chittorgarh, Dungarpur, Pratapgarh, Udaipur. Let's show you what's happening in Mewar, also called the Magadh area. 35 seats here. Let's show you what's happening in Mewar for the first time on your screen. First 3 going to the Congress. Now, is there a twist in this tale? The story seems to be changing because in the Mewar area, the BJP winning quite comfortably. 20 leads for the BJP in Mewar versus 12 for the Congress. 8-seat gap. So a lot of the leads that the Congress had picked up in the first 3 regions wiped out the moment we come to Mewar. 20 versus 12. आप तो प्रदीप जी हार्ट अटैक कराओगे किसी का?
See, Mewar also last time, Rajdeep though said the same number of seats what our poll is showing, 12 to Congress and 20 to BJP. It was same. Mewar has been very, very strong for the BJP. Yeah.
Interesting again, because in Mewar, you would have expected some of the smaller parties like the BTP, which picked up seats last time. But the BTP this time is down as per your survey. You've got 3. I'm presuming the 3 others are the BTP.
Now BTP become
which
Bap.
is in Dungarpur.
Now Bap. BTP
Changed.
become Bap.
Because they've broken, the party has broken. This is the party of Chotubhai Wasawa, tribal party which won 3 seats last time in Dungarpur. Presumably they're winning those 3 seats again.
2 for sure.
Okay.